Hey guys, today we are going to play Space Harrier 2 for no other reason apart from the fact that I actually find Space Harrier 2 awesome, or Space Harrier in general. So let's see how that goes. So hopefully it goes alright, guys. Oh, look, you know what? I'm quietly confident that we'll play well. I don't want to make this too much of a documentary. Just want to have a casual hangout and let's sort of like play session with everybody. So just enjoy. I don't want to be overbearing. I do say too much sometimes, but Space Harrier is a game from 1985. And it's a wonderful 3D on-the-rail shooter, I guess if you want to call it. Technically, it's like a shooter on-the-rail shooter kind of deal. And this is the sequel that came out, I think, in the launch of the Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, wherever it is that you live. And it's very, very good. I mean, at least graphically. I mean, one thing you'll probably notice straight away is that the frame rate probably a little bit choppy compared to what you're used to in the arcade. But you know what, guys? If you can look past that, you've got a wonderful shooter experience here. It's really weird. If you play the original Space Harrier, this green dragon was a boss. He's just a mini-boss in this one. Anyway, pretty much all we're going to do, guys, go through a bunch of different colourful worlds here. And each one has an end boss. I'll give you a little bit of a secret. For most of the bosses, there are some exceptions to the rule, but for most of the bosses in this, if you keep going in a clockwise or anti-clockwise motion and you don't stop, they can't shoot you or harm you for the most part. I find most of the challenge in this game is with the levels themselves. So here we go, level 2. But yeah, I've loved this whole franchise since I was a small boy. Actually, one of the first Sega games I ever played was Space Harrier 3D. I would still be playing that a lot if it wasn't for the fact that you kind of need to do a whole pile of nonsense in order to get the game to work in the non-3D mode. Because the Master System had the 3D glasses, and you could play Space Harrier 3D without the glasses. But it was just a bit of a process, so too many steps, I got over it. I guess maybe I could save state the settings and emulation, but another time, I digress. Yeah, I think there's about 12 different levels in this. They gradually get harder, and then you do the final boss gauntlet. There's a traditional final boss gauntlet at the end of Space Harrier game. Here we go, we got boss number 2. So far, so good. We'll also get 2 bonus levels, which will be a great opportunity to stock up a bunch of lives. I think every 1,000,000 points, you also get an extra life as well, so we can keep stocking up those points. I might die 15 times, we'll probably still be lucky enough to get to the end, we'll see. Usually takes me about a half an hour flat, I think, to beat this game. Hopefully today's no exception. Good game is sometimes a good game, boys and girls. That was a bit condescending, wasn't it? Sorry, guys. Oh, these closed lid levels are always very, very tough. Probably more so in the first Space Harrier. That's right, we got the jellyfish in here. Now, we have to be careful. Like, they're all just stationary now, no big deal. But towards the end of the level, yeah, see, they'll start moving at you. And they can catch you out very quickly if you're not careful. These clams, it looks like we're going fishing for pearls. No dirty jokes intended today, boys. Oh gosh, that's terrible. There you go. This Let's Play is already a train wreck. Hey, what can I say, homies? You're getting the authentic experience here. I'm just here to talk shit and play games how I would if you were in my physical company. That's probably why I'm a loner. Anyway. Well, it's only level number 3. Is it? Yeah. Not really keeping... Oh, okay, we got the dragon already. Okay, so you just keep going in these circular motions. Anti-clockwise, clockwise. Look, guys, it doesn't really matter. Just whatever you're comfortable with. It doesn't make a difference if they're shooting these lasers. Some of them will shoot fire as well. Honestly, the only thing that makes a difference is the aesthetic. The principle's still the same. Alright, level number 4. I love the variety. Like, you'll go to having some, like, flora and fauna-based levels, and then some, like, these big tech cities with, like, cyborg or android-looking stuff. I definitely like the variety. I don't feel like any of the levels lengthwise outstay their welcome. I feel like they got the length of all these levels spot on in this game too. This is more. Sometimes it just takes a few different enemies and color palettes to give that variety, you know? I don't know if this is true, but I actually heard that these levels, at least in the original Space Harrier, are canon to the Fantasy Zone universe. I don't know if you guys have played Fantasy Zone. If you haven't, you're missing out. There was a Fantasy Zone game, I think that's my first death, on Sega Genesis.
Get ready.
But Fantasy Zone as a franchise, I think, was more popular on Master System. And I know most of my North American friends didn't get to play Master System too much. Just is what it is. Great games on that system, guys. Hopefully Sega gives us a mini one day. This is just like a big cluster of robots. Principle's still the same again, the circular motion here. Many other things you can do in a circular motion. Some of those might be... Never mind. Some just taking forever to shoot. Oh, that's right. They'll come in close after a certain time has elapsed. Oh, great! This is our first of 2 bonus stages. So, yeah, you have to shoot things like clams, monsters, trees, things like that. Yeah. And the more you get, the more points you get, the more lives you get. So, I usually, as you can see how I've got that one clam up the top on the meter there, I usually like to hopefully get to around about 6 before the end of the bonus stage, because that's when I know I'm going to get a shit ton of points. We'll count roughly how many points we get at the end of this bonus level anyway. So far, so good. We're going to get one more wave of enemies here and an opportunity. There we go, get these clams at the bottom. Well, you know what, 5 is better than a kick in the head. Are we going to make it up to 6? Probably not quite. So let's see how many we got after it's all totaled up. There you go, nearly 3 million. Look how many lives we got down there at the bottom, guys. That's pretty awesome. Beginning not too hard, but the end game starts to get tough. Not just because the enemies are tougher, but you see like how we got all these poles and pipes and things like that coming at us on the screen. Well, the further in the game you get, the more real estate they start to take up. And it just gets harder and harder to avoid things. I notice I always do this better when I'm not thinking about it as well. I just sort of try to, I don't think the word subconscious, but just try to naturally play my game. I think if you think too much about the obstacles, that's generally when I start hitting them. So I just try to naturally as possible feel this out. But yeah, I feel like I play worse at Space Harrier when I'm aware of more that's going on, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Hopefully I can articulate myself better in the future. Damn, that was unlucky. I didn't follow my own advice. I'm going to keep circling, guys. Hopefully that's just a dud level, no big deal. So what boss have we got now? Ah, this is so unique. This is like the flying lion. And so what you're going to do is you're going to shoot his wings, and then he'll start charging at you for a few scenes until you kill him. Again, always make sure you're on the lookout for these bullets. You never know when they're going to shoot a rogue one. There we go. Now I think he's going to shoot the bullets. See what I mean? Now, the first time, it's the 3rd cycle he shoots at you, then it's every 2 cycles after that, see? What a cool game. It's nothing worse than when you really like these, I guess you could say, lesser popular games and people don't share your love of them. I think that's why I've decided to do the Let's Play series. I do live streams of all these really awesome, popular retro games every day. But I kind of wanted to still play the ones that are less popular or more obscure, and I just feel like maybe the Let's Play is a way to sometimes do that. And that's not to say I'm not going to do popular games in this Let's Play series as well. But, yeah, I just like to put on the things as well that I don't normally get to do on the stream. And, like, I've been feeling like playing this for a long time. Just never really felt like it'd be popular enough for my homies. Or, you know what? Sometimes you're going to make your own luck. That was like trying to squeeze a watermelon through a lemon there. I'm kind of like giving birth, everybody. Don't think the ladies will like my sexist joke too much. Yeah, that was a little bit cleaner than the last level. I don't want to jinx myself. I always end up dying when I get arrogant. This is an ugly looking level, isn't it? It looks like poo and corn. Alright. Now, I don't think you can kill these things. I think you're just going to survive 3 waves of them and they piss off on their own. Or you just shoot them once and they die. I'm not sure. There's that. And, yeah, it just looks like more of a survival level. That's how I've always done it. If you know a better way, let me know in the comments, guys. I think we only got 2 levels left until the final bonus level. Now, oh, we got one of these closed ones again. This is different. So there's like 3 closed levels in Space Harrier 1. But they're all the same level, and it just goes faster and faster and faster every time you get to the additional one. Then they've gone for the more originality and creativity side on this game, I guess. Man, I cannot talk today. I'm not gonna lie, us Aussies do struggle with a certain few words. Unfortunately, we don't work out what they are until we're actually saying them, and it just gets very embarrassing. Thank you to everyone who's still watching, by the way. Officially over the... Well, we're at the halfway point now. As I said, 12 base levels and the boss gauntlet, level 13. I think we'd have to have an absolute shocker to not make it to the end now. Level 7. Traditionally, level 10 has always been my worst. It's not that it's necessarily that much harder in any other level, but I've always seemed to lose up to a half dozen lives in level 10 quite often. I actually used to make it a rule I'd stockpile these lives as much as I can for level 10. So, there you go. Let's see what boss we got now. We have to get to the next million. We have to get to 10 million, guys. I don't usually count points when I play these retro games, but for some reason I get a big thrill with this game in particular. This doesn't look different to the snake, too much different pattern-wise the snake we took on before, except a bit more ominous. There you go, see, you gotta watch out for those rogue bullets, always be ready for them. Don't get that much of a window to get some clean shots in, which is frustrating. When this bitch starts going red, you know she's almost dead. That's what I heard from my friend Fred and my friend Ted. It's all lyrical. We're almost there. Almost there. Ah, damn it. You know what that was, guys? Ready? That was getting impatient and not following my own advice. That was me getting very impatient. I want to just throw that stuff away. Yeah, oh dude, come on. This is like turning into a Konami boss, guys. Like, hard out. Oh, there we go. I quite often in these games just lose to my own impatience. Monarch. Oh, who's the Monarch? Fascinating names for all these levels too. I'm wondering if the people in Sega Japan just got really stoned in the 80s and then just came up with these names, or how they did it. Do you remember that episode of South Park? I think it was like Simpsons versus Family Guy or whatever. And didn't they have the Dugons like randomly come up for ideas for shows? Maybe that's what they did. They used the Dugons or whatever. Oh. Simpsons did it! Hopefully the next level's a bonus stage. I always just feel so much better when I see all those extra lives down to the left. Because if you don't have that stockpiled, look, let's not lie, it gets in your head a bit, doesn't it? Alright. This is just a gauntlet, no big deal. Same rules apply, just keep circling. Oh wow, I didn't shoot anything. I'm shooting like a stormtrooper today. Oh, here we go, last bonus stage. So this is going to be our last time to get a big stockpile of lives outside of getting to every additional million. So let's make it count. Let's aim for 6 gigantic clams again, everyone. Easier said than done. As I said, 5 will do. 6 would be absolutely fantastic. There we go, already up to 2 here. This is pretty good. Wow, this is actually, yeah, I think this is a better start than last time. Yeah, go me. You know, there's a lot of pink in this. It looks like an LSD tree. You know what this level looks like right here, guys? And I've cracked this joke at nauseum so often on my stream. But for those of you who haven't heard me say it, this level looks like Greg Brady's bedroom. I don't know how many of you... Oh, there you go. We got 6 of the big ones. Great. That's what she said. Yeah, it looks like Greg Brady's bedroom. Oh, so it looks like we are doing 3 closed-off levels just like in the original. Like I said, after this, my opinion is the next level is the hardest outside the boss gauntlet. So far, so good. As I said, my biggest concern is just running into something, really, at this point. Look how quick it is. It is pretty quick. If these clams are going to charge at me like the jellyfish did, it looks like they're just stationary. Never be too sure, though. Yeah, there was nowhere to run. Oh, there was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. All you boppers out there coming after Space Harrier. Actually, you know, all things considered, that's not too bad. So it's a little bit different. Like, so instead of projectiles, they're like throwing little blobs of like alien jellyfish at me. So they have slightly different movements, these bullets, but again, the principles are still the same. If you just keep moving around, they cannot get you. Alright, here we go. Now, guys, wish me luck. This is the level that I was dreading. Hope so. Oh, we got another pink one. Damn it, man. Whoever made this really, really loved the 70s or the Brady Bunch, hey? There you go, 1. That's one down. Yeah, see, but between the patterns,
Get ready.
The constant shooting and the massive amount of pipes in this, it's an absolute freaking nightmare for me. Wow, and look how quick it is compared to the other levels as well. I told you, it's very difficult. But hey, we've only died 1 so far. As I said, I usually die a half dozen times in this one. The fact that we got a few of them has probably made this easier, actually. I'm feeling pretty good. Next level's a bit dark, actually. It's kind of like a representation of hell. It's so weird that you go from this acid trip to a level that looks like Dante's Inferno. It just goes to show you how much there is of variety in this. I had a little testy blowout, guys. I'm 44 years old, and sometimes I sound like that sales clerk from The Simpsons. You know, if I had a girl, where'd your girl be? You know that? Anyway. There you go. We just have to shoot him once in the middle. Easier said than done. He'll have rogue bullets as well. Oh, here we go. We got Hell's Peak. Well, that's appropriate, isn't it? This does not look like the place you would want to spend your vacation, that's for sure. Like I said, guys, second last space level here. this little goblin got me.
Get ready.
Goblin, gargoyle, what the goblin with wings. Oh. And sometimes do the final boss gauntlet off one life. So as long as we don't lose everything to the left in the next stage, we're gravy, guys. Thank you all so much once again for watching. Guys, I'm also happy to take some suggestions for games in the comments. Like, obviously, I can't play every single game on the planet well, but I'm always happy for content ideas and trying to play what people would like to see, providing it's something I find fun as well. Let's see how we catch. Yeah, we just got got there. You kind of, when this face goes in close, you shoot him for a bit, and then you're going to go down diagonally. I completely forgot. If you don't do that, then yeah, the fragments will choppy you, essentially. So yeah, one more time, and oh no, we got him. Great. Yeah, no, I've Hot Palace. Here we go. I've been really happy with this. Kind of has that Greek mythology Athens look to it. This one. I've been really happy with how this goes, guys. Yeah, I feel like most of my deaths in this game have just been from dumb mistakes. So we can definitely see, even that was. I knew that was coming, and I didn't move out of the way. I think we could fine-tune this if we ever decide to do a long play of this again, which obviously won't be for a while, but yeah, just saying. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but yeah, look at how many pillars we got here compared to at the start, huh? There's not that many places to go. Like I said though, try not to think too much about it. But far out, this is getting pretty nuts. By the way, you can pick any starting level as well. That's what I love about this game. It's part of the strategy. You don't have to do like the first level. You could actually start from this level and work your way around if you want. Like, if you feel like doing the harder levels first in this game, you actually can if that's the strategy you want to use. It's just a nice little touch that you have that flexibility. A lot of games to this day don't really give you that level of flexibility. Not in this style anyway. I guess they started doing that in rail shooters in the future. Like, if you remember Lethal Enforcers, you could pick the crime to bust you wanted first, and you could pick the hard levels in that as well. But there's a few exceptions, but not too many. Hey, thank you for those of you that stuck with me. Guess what, guys? This is the final boss gauntlet. So pretty much the majority of all the bosses, I think, that we've already beaten, we just have to take on again one after another, and then we have the final boss, which I'll leave as a bit of a surprise for those of you who haven't played this yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did this Sunbish first, didn't we? There you go, boom goes the dynamite. This one. Oh yeah, that's the second one. I don't know if we're doing them all in order. I know in Space Harrier 1, they actually randomized the order of the bosses. I think in Space Harrier 2, they're all in their leveled order. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the second stage boss. And then we got one of the worms next. Look at this creepy little facial expression here. Look at that. All ready for Halloween. Yeah, this is Snow Worm. I don't even know what these are supposed to be called. I think the names of the bosses are coming up on the screen. A Blizzard? I mean, it does kind of look like a Blizzard. Blizzard. Gosh, love it or hate it, guys, is being myself. Yeah, that's another bad habit of me. I'll start talking about myself in the third person. Oh, and I'll also laugh at my own jokes. You can come to enjoy that when you come watch a Let's Play as well. Hopefully all my annoying habits are a part of the charm. If not, well, thank you for stopping in. Oh, that's another thing. Yes, I'm sounding very insecure right now too. There we go. There's another quality you can enjoy at all you newbies. Alright, there we go. I'm just playing around with you guys. I'm not that bad. Is this the lion yet? Yeah, the winged lion. This is like one of my favorite bosses in the game. I just think this one in particular is so creative. Very mythology-like. And a creature like this would work in like a range of different fantasy video games. So I just think this one's really creative. Definitely probably my favorite boss in the game. I like the music that comes with it too. There's something about this really old Sega music that hits different. Oh, now we got the poo and corn flavored with level again. Have to survive 3 waves, and then I think he just racks off on his own. Gonna probably do a little bit better at some of these retro games now because I have a tiny bit more patience compared to when I was young. I used to always have the bad habit of just trying to cheese things without a strategy, and as your homies know, that never ends up working out well, for the most part. Either that or you have to play on an easy difficulty, which I still do quite often, I have to admit. So I don't think we're on a massively high difficulty on this one either, but honestly, I mean, I've played through on all of them, and I don't really feel like in this particular game they make a whole lot of difference. You know, if you play another one of those Sega launch titles like Altered Beast, which I'll actually do a big gauntlet of soon. I want to try and do a gauntlet, a survival gauntlet, where I start on like normal difficulty and play for as long as I can with max lives and health. So, So if I could beat the game and it goes to hard mode, see if we can tackle that, and then the hardest mode afterwards. And so I kind of want to do a survival gauntlet of Altered Beast and see how it goes. That would be really fun. I've never done the gauntlet on the stream before, so that could be something different. So sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel, guys, you know, with this whole Let's Play, playing the popular ones. I mean, just find a way of making the same popular stuff different. You might have a hit video on your hands. Not that I have many of them, but... There we go. I think we're very close to the end here, party people. Now, Kragon. Oh, there you go. This guy's name's Craig. Just you know, it just sounds very generic, like Bob from accounting. Beat this bitch, guys. We'll hit the 20 million mark, I think. I wish I had a rapid fire button. No, we're not quite there yet. A little bit of a cop tease this game being so far. Oh, we're back to Greg Brady's bedroom. Alright. Yeah, I think the order has been mixed around a tiny bit in this today for whatever reason. Yeah, I mean, it was, as I said, it was more or less the same with the original as well. Can't remember. You know, I've actually, out of the base console games, Space Harrier 3D is the only one I didn't finish. That's a challenge if you're an expert at these kind of games. As I said, make sure you take the 3D mode off. You'll probably make yourself blind if you don't. And don't forget, we're just going to go down diagonally to the corner on this one. There's just a few steps. Principle's still the same. Keep rolling. Really, all the bosses are really the same. Some of them just have an extra couple steps. There we go. So now what? Do we have another worm yet? One more worm and then I think the final boss. Here we go. Cthulhu. It might be the same as the ice worm we did earlier, but just quicker. I think that's probably the difference. Alright, there we go. And now here we go, guys. I think it's the final boss. We have Dark Harrier. So this is like our doppelganger or alter ego, or I don't know. I'm kind of getting Superman 3 vibes. You know, good Superman versus bad Superman. Just you get the deal. It's the evil usses. There you go, Bill and Ted reference. It's the evil usses. Yeah. Now I don't think I've ever shot this guy again. I think all I've done is survive him for long enough, and I think he rides off into the sunset. If there is a way to kill this guy and get a different ending, please let me know. But I've always just done things the same way. Shot at him a few times. I always land bullets on him. But like I said, you'll probably notice here in a second, he just pisses off on his own. But he's changing colour, isn't he? We've hit him a good few times. There you go. Just got to watch out for when that little morphosis flies at the screen. And now look. Nah, so maybe when you hit him enough times, that's when he goes in the middle and explodes. I kind of get it. So if you hit him enough, he goes in the middle of the screen and then spontaneously combusts. Fair enough. I wish I save stated my high scores, actually. It would have been nice to see how I went compared to my other runs. But overall, I think that was pretty clean, guys. I'm really happy with the video we got today. I think I died maybe a total of a half dozen times. But in a rail shooter as frantic as this, I'll take it. I'll take it. I just hope you all enjoyed watching. Just enjoy the menu here. The ending even. Just like that calm, soothing music you get, which is perfect after a frantic game like this one. Can we skip this? Kind of. Oh, there you go. You can actually pause the ending screen. That's a first, really? I just paused the ending screen, everyone. Ruining the vibe. You ruined it, Rick. Here you go, in the space year 6221, Harrier went off to war for the very first time. Yeah, that's that dragon that looks like Falcor from the first Space Harrier game. Yeah, see, this is from Space Harrier 1. Later, at the Battle of Dragonland, our hero distinguishes himself with his valor. Finally, in Fantasyland, Harrier met the Dark Harrier in Mortal Kombat and emerged the victor. Nuts. Yeah, that was awesome. Hey guys, look, you know what? I'll let you go now. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really looking forward to doing some more Let's Plays for you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.